Hola clase, ¿cómo están? Excelente. And welcome to another Friday on Learning with Senor Cow Cow. All right, so let's just go ahead by getting, excuse me, let's go ahead by getting started with your warm up for today. And here it is. Now, before we begin this, remember, we are using two things. Yesterday, in yesterday's lesson, we went over the infinitive phrases. If you need that, then you won't be able to do anything today. So make sure that you have that. It is on my Google Classroom, it should be. And if nothing else, it is on yesterday's video. And I'm going to go over it again later in today's video. So make sure that you know two things. You need to have your notes on infinitive phrases, and you need to look at your verbs 71 through 96. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start with our warm up here. All right, here it is. Okay, clase, por favor, saquen papel y practiquen. Pause the video now. All right, first one. He prefers to sail would be, excuse me, él, if you want to write él, prefiere navegar. And there you go. Notice the stem change. It is prefiere, prefiere. I am able to skate. Yo, if you want to say it, puedo patinar. We just fished. Acabamos de pescar. They feel like practicing Rocket League. Ellos, if you want to write it. Ellos tienen ganas de practicar Rocket League. I'm going to ask. Voy a preguntar. All right, that's a pretty useful thing to say. It's like, what time does the train get here? Voy a preguntar. I have to iron. Tengo que planchar. And there we are. All right, so that combines your new lesson on infinitive phrases as well as the verbs from your vocabulary 71 through 96. Okay, now let's go ahead. I'm going to review your lesson on infinitive phrases. Okay, so let's have a look here. Now, I want to remind you, the second page of this sheet is a practice worksheet. Let's not worry about that until Monday, okay? You're welcome to try it, but it's not part of today's assignments. All right, so these are infinitive phrases. Remember that the word dormir means to sleep, okay? If you say dormir, it means to sleep. If you say comer, it means to eat, okay? And that's the whole point. We do this all the time in English. I need to eat. I'm going to eat. I want to eat. I have to eat, okay? All those things we do a lot. So let's learn about some of these in Spanish. All right, so first one, to prefer, preferir. Notice the E to IE. So I prefer to sleep. Prefiero dormir. If you look at each word, this one says I prefer. This one says to sleep. Okay, so it's so important to remember that dormir means to sleep. It doesn't matter what you put next to it, it means to sleep, and that's the only exact thing that it means. All right, to want or wish is querer. Notice another stem changer. They want to eat. Quieren comer. They want to eat. Poder. O-T-U-E. This is to be able. This is in Spanish how you say that people can do things. So if we say Juan puede nadar, it literally says Juan is able to swim. And the translation typically is Juan can swim. He can swim, he's able to swim. Okay, to desire or want is desear. And we can use this with things, and we can also use it with verbs. Deseo estudiar. I want, I desire to study. To need, necesitar. Make sure you spell this right. A lot of people get this wrong in regards to spelling because it's kind of a long word and there's a lot going on, but there it is. N-E-C-E-S. So, ellos necesitan descansar. They need to rest. All right, to plan, pensar, another stem changer. Carla piensa pescar. She plans to fish. To hope. Esperar. Esperamos llegar mañana. We hope to arrive tomorrow. Going to, we learned this in Spanish 1, ir plus a plus infinitive. So for example, I'm going to run. Voy a correr. Voy a correr. The a just has to be there. Because word for word, if you look at it, here's what it says. I'm going to run. The a just has to be there. Here's another one kind of like that. To have to do something is tener and then que and then the infinitive. So, tengo que correr. I have to run. Word for word, this one. I have to run. It's just got to be there. It lets someone know that you're about to say something that you have to do. To feel like is tener ganas de. Carlos tiene ganas de mirar televisión. Carlos feels like watching TV. And the last one that we're going to do here in Spanish too is to have just, which is acabar de. Acabo de comer. I just ate. Acabo de comer. And there you go. Now, your last thing for today, I'm going to leave you with a short assignment. Remember, the second part of the worksheet is for next week. All right. So let me make myself a big old coward here. All right, your assignment for today, and it is on Google Classroom, is this. I want you to write 10 sentences with infinitive phrases using verbs 71 through 96. Okay? So y'all know you've got your verbs. So you've got your verbs list. They're on Quizlet. They're here. And you have 71 through 96 to choose from. And all of those other ones, the expressions that we went over. Okay? So things like, I'm going to sail. We have to iron, things like that. Put it all together. Okay? And that's it until Monday. So I will see you then. Adios.